So how are you guys? Left the door open, so it looks like it's going to be a dog scope too. Oh, thank you. It's actually, I'm just getting home from work. So it's actually, did you guys see that? Hanky, kiss mom. Oh, no, he's not gonna do it. Cut and replay, awesome. Yeah, I did a, okay, let me answer the lipstick question first before I forget. Because I will. Let me find it here. I know it's in here, right? Hank missed mommy. Yes, he did. He is such a mommy's boy. He's actually, do you guys hear him sniffing? Do you hear him? Okay, what did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. It's, what's it called? Rimmel Show Off, and this is in Big Bang. You guys, these are like two of my favorite, or two of my, it's one in my hand, favorite lip products from the drugstore. These things last like forever on your lips, and they don't feel, they don't really, I mean, it feels like a lipstick, but it's not like uncomfortable. That's how he finds out where you've been. Exactly. Let's see if he'll do it. Hanky, come here. Hank. He's like, no, I'm shy today, Mom. But I did do a scope earlier today on tips for public speaking and I guess like speaking better on camera. But sorry, he's totally distracting me because he's such a good dog and he just wants to be petted. So let's see if you see his nose. No. But I did do what they call it. Getting comfortable in front of the camera is what thank you. My door is open, so they're going to be joining us the whole time. But I did do a scope earlier about getting comfortable. Okay, you guys, seriously, you need to... He's okay. Brett's in here with me playing a game. But everybody's disturbing today. Anyways, I did a scope earlier about tips for public speaking. So, if you would like to get better in front of the camera, I highly suggest you check out those tips. But today, we are talking about growing your channel by collaborating. If you guys would be so kind as to share this scope on Twitter and with your Periscope followers, I would love it. And also, hearts make me happy. So hearts will make me wear a different lipstick tomorrow. How about that? If you guys want to start seeing my MAC lipstick collection, I'll start doing that if I get enough hearts. But I'm going to be talking about collaborating to grow your YouTube channel. And this is something that is... It really can grow your channel, you guys. And thank you guys for sharing. Hey, Leslie. By collaborating with others who are active in your community, you are blending your communities together. And both of you can benefit from this. So, here are some tips that I have for collaborating. Collaborating is pretty self-explanatory, right? Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit more. Here we go, that's better. Collaborating is pretty self-explanatory. You can collaborate with another YouTuber to grow your channel. Bada bing, bada boom. That basically would be the end of the scope. But I wrote down some tips to help you guys on your collaboration journey, because sometimes collaborations work out well and other times they do not work out well. But here's my tips. Make sure you're active in each other's communities, because your communities see each other and they see your comments and things like that. So if I started collaborating with a, let's see, mechanic. Well, actually, okay, I shouldn't say that, because I could totally collab with like a mechanic because I'm such a truck girl. But let's say, what's something I don't do on my channel? I do kind of everything, right? Anyways, if I collaborate with someone who has nothing to do with what my interests are, you know, that's a little gimmicky in my opinion, and that is basically for to gain community members. And that's not how I view collaborating. How I view collaborating is blending communities together who would enjoy both parties. So, you know, for example, Alexis and I on Sunday, that was something where both of our communities blended together and it worked out well for everybody. So be active in each other's communities. Don't find a YouTuber and like them and then send them an email, hey, would you like to collab? I mean, you can do that, but I would suggest being active on their community for a little bit. And I don't want to say get noticed, but say, hey, you know, I watched your video on file effects inserts. Would you like to do a collab on Happy Planner inserts? Maybe they'll say yes, maybe they'll say no. What I would suggest, though, and this is kind of getting like a little high schooly, some of the bigger YouTubers are not really going to collab with anybody. They don't have the time. Their videos are already done. It is what it is. But some of the YouTubers that appreciate their communities a little more, you know what I'm saying? They like to collab. And I guess my biggest tip on that is just to be active, you know? Make sure people are seeing that this is a joint venture. This is something that both of you guys put together for the betterment of your communities, not for the growth of your communities. Does that make sense? Make sure that you guys have somewhat similar channels or a really good reason for collabing with each other. And make sure that's something that, you know, if you guys are polar opposites, when you're doing your videos, say, you know, hey, this is my friend Mandy Jean, she does a little lifestyle stuff, but she's also a planner addict, and she uses a Charm Life planner and created a really cool divider, so we decided to collab and show our planners. That's a justified reason, right? But be very careful with that, because while everyone has good intentions, and I'm guilty of this too, I can spread myself thin sometimes. And that's something I'm getting better at. I'm picking and choosing the things that I want to do. But make sure both people or more know exactly what they need to do. The worst thing ever is to do a collab, get your communities excited, and then boom, nothing. That kind of is a bummer, right? So here's what you do. Know what each of you need to do in your videos. Personally, the easiest way I find to collab is you create your own videos, basically. Post them on your channel, and then you say, hey, I'm collabing with Mandy Jean. Check out her channel down below. Maybe show a snippet of their video at the end. And then get people to go over to their channel. That's the easiest way and most effective way, in my opinion, to collab. Video files are big. And video files, you can't really just email. And, you know, Dropbox, you can put stuff on Dropbox, but, you know, you only get so much space for free before you have to pay. So, I mean, that can get a little hard. So I personally recommend either doing a joint Google Hangout or each creating your own videos and then coming together on that. So, but the biggest thing is to make sure everybody knows what they have to do, because you don't want to get stuck doing it all and then having to give somebody credit just to save face. That sucks so bad. Also, make sure everybody knows when this is due. And somebody has to be the leader in a collaboration. It's just how it has to work. Make sure the collaboration adds value to both communities and both parties pull their own way. Exactly. Thank you, Tazzy. When you are collaborating, and when I collaborate with people, I tell people, hey, we need to have the videos posted to private by like August 28th. And then we'll have them go live by September 1st. And that's because, one, you know, I'm the queen of having too much on my plate and then getting everything done and doing everything well, but then somebody else follows up, and then I'm like, you know, I took my time to do this. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it's what happens when you collab. Things happen. Life gets busy. You know, kids get sick. Parents get sick. Things happen. People get in car accidents. I actually had to, when we were hit by the drunk driver, I couldn't do a collaboration because I, like, physically couldn't sit to film a video for, like, a week. Viable excuse. But, you know, sometimes people come up with the damnedest excuses. So just make sure that, I guess, you protect yourself is the biggest thing. It is my biggest suggestion on that, because no one wants to look bad. No one wants animosity in a community, even though, you know, some people really like that kind of stuff. This girl doesn't. I don't play well with that. So what are some tips that you guys have for collaborating, or questions that you have on collaborating? Because this is a pretty general topic. I just wanted to give you guys some of my tips. But while you guys are typing or giving hearts, on the Facebook group, I wanted to offer this to you guys because I know that there's basically kind of like a core member, a group of us that have been in doing the 31 days of YouTube together, and then we've added some people too, which is awesome. I created a Facebook group called Video Media Enthusiasts, and I will, after I'm done on this scope, I will post the link on Twitter so you guys can find it easier if you're not on that. I highly suggest if you guys want to collab, look at some of these ladies that are on there, because you guys already have a similar interest in starting a YouTube channel. Maybe you guys could do like a collaboration, video media enthusiast. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe you guys could do like a cool collab video, like tips for filming your first video. Like, I just filmed my first video, so let me give you some tips that I found easier. Or stuff like that. You know, collabs don't have to be super hard. They just, it's a fun way to get more people active in communities. I'm trying to see if I had anything else in my notes, because I kind of skipped around. Imagine that. So do you guys have any other questions or comments on collabing before I get into the collab-away? I can't take credit for that word because Lydia Lane totally used it, and it was really funny. I had actually planned on using it, and then she did a video and she was announcing her collab-away, and I was like, darn it. But I'm still going to give her credit for it because she said it first, so I'm spreading the love. But Lydia Lane came up with collab-away. So, I'm sorry, I missed the name, but you said you're building up to your first video. Film your first video when you're ready, but I feel like I was pulling all the way. Exactly, that's the hard part. If you are a type A personality, or you're a natural leader, sometimes we feel like that. It's hard to tell someone's work ethic before you start. Exactly. That's why I say, I was trying to be like super polite about it, but you totally like were polite about it, so thank you for mentioning that. It's hard to know someone's work ethic before you know them. So if you're a member of their community and you see their videos roll out same days every week, same times, they don't miss a beat, 9 times out of 10, probably going to be a good collaboration. If they are taking breaks for whatever reason, you know, if they have a lot of announcements on their channels, you know, you're kind of seeing a pattern there. But talking about filming your first video, do it when you're ready. But don't wait too long and psych yourself out. You can film your... Tazzie's so awesome. You can film your first video, girl, but you don't have to post it. Get comfortable in front of your camera. That's the biggest thing. Get comfortable to talking to a camera and getting used to that kind of awkwardness, because it is kind of awkward at first. I mean, even right now, Brett's sitting like right there playing a game, but I feel kind of awkward, even though he knows what I'm doing. And like when my dogs sit here, and then they just look at me like, who are you talking to, you crazy lady? Yeah, it can be a little weird. But my collab-away, I decided that our third video, because that's coming up here in a few days, and I would just do the announcement earlier, I was trying to think of a way that we could collab as a video media enthusiast community where we all could collab on it, having different types of channels. And then it hit me. Why don't we all do a favorites video? Would you guys like that? So here's what I'm thinking. What I asked that you guys do is, and most of you guys did, so don't even worry about it, but I just asked that you share my scope on Twitter, which most of you guys did, so, you know, you're entered. But let's do a favorites video. It can be about your planners, makeup. The only thing that I ask is that, and I have to say this just because if I don't, this will happen. Just make sure it's appropriate. I do, as, you know, the creator of 31 Days of YouTube, if I find something inappropriate, I'm going to take it off. But I have no problems, and if on the Facebook group, if you guys remember, I'll create a file so we all sign up for the editing process. Scares me. Don't let it scare you. I'll come back to that, though. On the Facebook group, I'm going to create a file where we all can sign up, and then what I would like you guys to do is just put your name, put your channel name so we can find each other, and then what your favorites video is going to be about. If your favorites video is going to be like lifestyle stuff, great, awesome. Makeup, planners, fashion, project life, whatever. And people can do the same thing. I'm not saying like only one person per category. What I'm saying is, thank you, Tazzie, is Tazzie's like my little periscoping assistant. She's awesome. But what I'm asking is, if you guys want to do that, sign up on the Facebook page, and what we'll do is we'll create this. What I'm asking is that the videos have to go live on September 1st. And what I'll do in my video is, if you guys want to send me a little snippet, I'm talking like 15 seconds of your video, like your best 15 seconds. Send it to me, and then I'll put it in my video kind of at the end clip and say, you know, hey, these are all the ladies that I'm collaborating with. No restrictions, just appropriate. So, favorite books of the month. Favorite pizza toppings. I don't care. Because this is something I think we all could do as a community that would be, it would be in line with, which, honestly, girl, I'm not saying, like, you would do something inappropriate. What I'm saying is, like, just let's keep it appropriate. You know, I had somebody say to me one time, I'll never forget this. They want to do a collab with me, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, and she's like, well, what religion are you? And I was like, yeah, I'm not knocking anybody's religion or anything, but she jumped my stuff. And she told me that she didn't want to collab with me because I was not religious enough for her community, and I'm like, okie dokie. So yeah, that's what I asked. Just make it fun. You know, and like I said, sign up on the Facebook page. I need to get your guys' like snippet videos by, say, the 31st is Monday, so the 30th is, so like the 29th. So if you guys could at least send me that by the 29th so I can make sure I get my video up by the 1st, since I'm making you guys do it by the 1st. If you want to include it in my video. If you don't want to deal with that, I understand. Just make sure you send me your channel link or put it on the Facebook group, and I will include that link below. But what I ask is that you guys, I'll put, when I do my description, I'll put everybody's names and their channels below. So what I ask you to do is in your descriptions, make sure that you go in and link everybody's channels. Okay? So what I'll do is, again, I'll get that up on the Facebook page tonight. We'll start working on it. Just, the only reason I'm asking for, like, what your favorites or topics going to be, you can make a playlist too. Exactly. So you guys are learning from me. I'm not even learning from my own stuff. So we'll do that. I think that'll be something that'll be super duper fun. So that's something you guys want to do. Make sure, let's, as long as you guys say sign up by the 28th, let's do the 28th is when the sign up, no, let's do the 27th. Because I'm trying to give myself like enough time to make sure I do it. But so say the 27th is the cutoff to sign up. And then, hey girl, it's nice to see you again. And then the 28th, just make sure you send me a little snippet of your videos if you want it in my video. And yeah, so you guys have any more questions about this collab or about collabing or anything like that? I did see today's the 25th. Oh yeah. Yeah, so sign-ups would be okay by the 27th. Loving the color, thank you. It is, I'm gonna find it again. It's Rimmel's Show Off, and that's mascara. Big Bang is what it is, but I want to show you guys the packaging because sometimes, like, I don't see the names. That's what it looks like. And it's in Big Bang, which is the brightest, reddest one that they have, because that's so me. But yeah, so if you sign up by the 27th, and then, so you guys would kind of have to film the video quick. Is that going to be okay? I wish I would have thought of this earlier, but again, like, running off the cuff here. I just want to make sure, I had it on my teeth too, so it was really pretty on my teeth. I just want to make sure that we get the videos up by the 1st. So, do you guys think you could get me this snippet by the 28th? Or is that not giving you guys enough time? Let me hear some opinions. Because I don't want to give you guys too close of a deadline just to accommodate my crazy schedule. I totally forgot today was the 25th, by the way. Thank you, Deb, for reminding me of that. I can't even believe it's August. Like, I can't believe it's almost September. That is just crazy to me. But, I mean, is that something that you guys could do that quick? Or do you want me just to say, okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we nix the sending me the clip? And why don't we just say, sign up, videos have to be live on the 1st? How about that? Would that be okay? Or do you want to push it to... The reason why I say the 1st is because a lot of people start posting their favorite videos on the 1st. The 1st or like the 5th, and I would really like to kind of get ours in like a little bit ahead of time. So, I mean, does that sound like a better plan rather than sending me over the clip? Just, I'll do a link down below in my description of everyone who wants to participate. Would that be better? Let me know. Yes, no, maybe so? Oh, this is maybe so in Mandyland. I missed all this. I'll have to check the replay. Well, here, I'll repeat it real quick. I'm on the Facebook page group, which I know you're a member of. I'm going to, on the files tab, do a list for collaboration to see what's going on. Here, we'll go over it again, just because I changed the rules a little bit. What we're going to do is, tonight, after I get off the scope and after I eat dinner, I'm going to post on the Documents tab on the Facebook group, which is Video Media Enthusiast. Tazzy, if you could pop that in, that'd be super. And about doing a collab for August favorites for all the people who've been active in the 31 Days of YouTube community. So what I'm asking you guys to do is post your favorites video by September 1st, but sign up on that document so I can start prepping my description box. And then what I'll do is I'll include like everybody's channel name and link and stuff like that, so you guys can cut and paste that into your description box. The only thing that I ask is that, you know, the favorites are appropriate, which I know they will be, but I have to say that. So that's basically what we're talking about. Does that sound like something that you guys could do by the 1st? I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a fun video for those of you who are hesitant to make a first video, something that would be very easy to film. See my thinking? This is why I wish I would have thought of this like the middle of the month. Yeah, of course you can join, girl. Yeah, I mean, I've seen your videos, so, I mean, you don't have any problems speaking in front of a camera. But, yeah, definitely, if you want to join in on the favorites, this is just starting here today. So, I'm assuming by the hearts that the first would work for everybody. So, I'll include, like, kind of a snippet recap on the document that I'm going to put on the Facebook group page. And does anybody else have any other questions about collabing? While you guys are thinking of questions or asking, for editing, when you said editing stresses you out, yes, it stressed me out first too. It truly did. Like, I remember I edited my first video for like 6 hours. Why? Because I was nervous about it. Did I need to edit it for 6 hours? No. I didn't. I actually over-edited it. So here's my tip when it comes to editing. What kind of software do you use? Do you have a Mac or do you use PC? Sorry, I feel the hiccups coming on. Yeah, both. Okay. If you have Apple, iMovies is going to be the way to go. iMovies is like drop and edit. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. iMovie, once you get the hang of it, which iMovie's easiest, exactly. All the Apple girls unite. I mostly use my Mac. Okay. Go to YouTube, because there are tutorials for everything, and just do, like, type in basic iMovie tutorial. Just to learn how to, like, start or drop and edit and do, like, cuts and stuff like that. Easy. Does anybody else in here? Let's just show of hands, or show of hearts. People who've used Macs for a while, do you remember iMovies like 2 years ago? What about PC suggestions? PC, honestly, I'm a diehard Apple girl, so I use iMovie. I've heard really good things about Wondershare. And Tazzy, didn't you mention one time for PC? I can't remember if you did or someone. Adobe programs are best for PC. Yeah, but Adobe has Cyberlink. I've never heard of that. Power Director, I've never heard of that either. So those work well for you being a PC user. With Adobe, when it comes to editing, there's a little bit of a learning curve there. Personally, and this is going to sound like, honestly, iMovie is like the easiest program I've ever used when it comes to editing. And if I can do it, like a monkey can edit on iMovie. I'm the worst person with technology whatsoever. Like, I get frustrated and I quit. I'm like, time out. I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. I'm out. So, honestly, guys, if I can figure out iMovie, anybody can. Hey, Kimber, do you want to say hi? Tim's? Kimber. She's going to growl. No, she's actually being nice to her brother today. They're both being good. Wow. So do you guys have any more questions about editing or collabing or anything like that, or about Will so be playing. Yes! I'm so excited for you, girl. So will that be... Ooh. I got so excited I started choking on my own spit. I know, but it's worth it if you're doing PC. Best program support, and you'll find unfortunately... No, I agree with you. I think Adobe is a damn good program. Adobe freaks me out. Like, literally. I started using Adobe, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to quietly go back to iMovie here. I have Adobe. I have Adobe Premiere Pro, isn't that what it's called? Whatever comes in the creative package. And it's like... Yeah, intimidating is like an understatement. But here's the thing. Once I started playing with it, I was like, oh, okay. It's somewhat similar to Adobe. Here's what I like about Adobe. Adobe, you can pop things from Lightroom, Illustrator. All of the Adobe products work together as like one big, giant product of greatness. Adobe is very serious. But, you know what I'm going to say, right? If you want to be serious about your channel, why not learn now? Why not get started with it? It freaks me out. You know what would be kind of cool? Tazzy, do you use Adobe? Do you use Premiere Pro? My wonderful Australian friend that I love. Just take the plunge. Exactly. But type faster. Answer my question. I'm kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. Please answer my question, but I'm kidding about being bossy. I'm just in a really good mood today. Yes, you do. Excellent. Let's just say... Tazzy and I, we cannot Skype for less than an hour. Like, I literally, last night was like, hey, real quick, before Chicscope, got a question. Aussie lag, I was like, got a question real quick, 45 minutes later. I was like, oh my goodness, I need to do my Chicscope. So we did that, and then I did my Chicscope, and then I Skyped her real quick with a question. 2 hours later, we were done. So, Tazzy, my dear, let's just say some 31 Day of YouTube members were thinking about maybe purchasing Adobe. Would you possibly, maybe, be willing to do like, hey, this is what Adobe does. Let me show you the easy way so maybe you're less intimidated. You know where I'm going with this. Would that be something that you would maybe be willing to do for us? Just to show some of the people what Adobe is without actually investing in it at first? I would let you put it on my channel and then I would be forever in your debt. Well, actually, I'd be forever in your debt twice because you saved me from a koala bear. And then you're going to help us with Adobe. I mean, is that something you would do? Putting you on the spot here. So you have like 11 people who are waiting for your response. I'm kidding. But Tazzy, if that's seriously something you'd be willing to do, I think that would be awesome. Total techie. You guys, okay, I'm gonna spill the beans here. I know Tazzy won't mind. Tazzy's launching some really cool stuff. Probably in, I'm not going to give her launch time because I don't know which one she chose. But soon, very soon, I gotta get the mascara out of my eye before I stab myself in my eye. But what I asked her to do was if she would do some collabing with me on tech stuff that I don't know how to do. And she said, so have to follow Tazzy as soon as it's done. Exactly, you guys. So she's probably going to do some tech stuff with me. And what we're going to do is until she gets her channel up, I don't have it installed currently, but I can download the new version and give it over. But you're the best. See, this is why we love you. But here's what we're going to do is I offered, since her channel, she's still building it. Tazzy, a little bit of a perfectionist. I say it with love. So she's going to put a couple videos on my channel, and maybe the two of us will do a Google Hangout or two about us with some tech stuff, because this girl, you guys, knows her stuff when it comes to editing. Did I post it? I think I posted it on Instagram. I'll post on Twitter and Instagram if I forgot, I can't remember, or put it on the Facebook group too. A graphic she did for me for my birthday. Like, sweetest thing I think anybody probably has ever done for me. So we started talking and stuff like that, and she shared me some of her work. And let me tell you guys, if you guys need some graphic work done, talk to that chica. So she's going to teach us some of her ways. But if that's something that maybe you could spit out, maybe, that'd be helpful. Anywho, you guys, I value your guys' time, so I don't want to keep, like, pestering Tazzy about all the stuff I would like her to do for me. I'm doing the DSLR trans. Awesome! I'm doing it too! Actually, you know what? While we're here, because, you know, the collab didn't take all that long. This is my, empire building. I'm all hopped up on the sauce, you guys. This is my empire building, oh my gosh, what are these called? Booklets, blueprints, right? So what I did was I printed the DSLR workbook. Tazzy, keep me on track, keep me on track. And I put it in my little, like, I'm an empire building. Awesome! Oh, I didn't know you were an empire builder too. I'm an empire builder. What I did was I printed out all the blueprints, right? And I put them in. I wanted an A5 size because I have really small hands. So this works well for my hands. But what I did was I also put the DSLR challenge. Hey, Asia! I also put the DSLR challenge in here. So, but what I did, and I highly recommend you guys do this too. You joined empire building this week. Awesome. Cool. So we have a lot of empire builders in here. That is so cool. I need to get into the empire building Facebook group. I need to email Alexis about that. Remind me to do that. Maybe send Alexis a tweet and be like, hey, let Mandy Jean into our Facebook group. She wants to play too. But what I did was I took the Charm DSLR graphic that she did and printed it out and just used my arc punch and put it in my binder. So, and then I took the workbook that comes along, or the mini course is what she calls it, and put it in here too. Because you guys, here's what I've learned about working with Alexis. She is full of knowledge. Full of it. Full of knowledge, not full of it. But like full of knowledge. And, I mean, you guys know, like, I'm very Team Alexis. But that DSLR challenge is going to be awesome. There's, I don't want to, like, spoiler alert her stuff, but she has some really cool, like, photography things in the works. So if you love photography as much as I do and want to learn more, dude, seriously, see, I'm a duder, I told you that. Sign up for her photography challenge. Now I need someone to help me pick out a DSLR. I wish I could get a knowledge transfusion. I know! She is such a good teacher. Okay, DSLR. Are you going to be shooting videos on it? Or are you going to be taking pictures? Or are you going to be doing both? Because there's a person on here named Tazzy who knows a lot about cameras too, since Alexis isn't on here. Both, hopefully. Okay, with both, seriously, if you want to get DSLR, go for the Canon. Canon, I have the T5i. Love that sucker. That camera is amazing, and it's it looks complicated, but once you start figuring it out with, I have Canon T4i. Okay, T5i, the reason why I like it, so you can magic lantern it. If video can is okay, I got you now. I read that wrong. Like, I read it backwards. My husband is a huge Nikon fan. Like, he loves Nikon. He has the 3200, 3100. I don't remember. He likes to shoot on that. I personally, I'm a Canon girl, which is surprised that our marriage has lasted with this type of, you know, separation in between us. But I do accept him for his flaws. No, I'm kidding. If you find a good T5i bundle, and I've heard so many good things about the new Sony cameras that they are really upping their game. But if you guys find a good T5i bundle on Amazon, sometimes QVC. Y'all gotta watch QVC because sometimes they'll mark the prices up just so you can do the payment plan. But here's the thing. I totally understand if $800 isn't in your budget. But you could do $100 a month for like 6 months. I totally get that. QVC, I did actually, you know what, you guys? I did get my Canon T5i from, get past the 40-minute recording time stop. Yeah, phonography class in Cleveland. Oh, what is that? Because I love photography. But I did buy my Canon T5i from QVC because they had a really super great, awesome deal. And I ended up, like, I could have bought it, but it was like payments of like $90 something a month for like 6 months. I was like, heck, I could do that. Awesome. I'm gonna check it out because you guys know I do everything on my iPhone. Yeah, definitely. You know, if like a payment plan is more in your budget, you guys, seriously, you're gonna pay a little bit more on QVC, but if it fits your budget better, you know, go for it. Like I was telling you about pro filming with iPhone and iPhoneography. Oh yeah, you were telling me about that, weren't you? I swear, Tazzy, I was listening. I swear. What were we doing when you told me that? Were we still talking about the kangaroos? I think I was still on the fact that kangaroo is a delicacy in Australia. I just can't wrap my head around that. We had a conversation. Today's special value when they do the DSLR. Exactly. I think that's actually how I got mine. Because I think my grandma was like, hey, they're having special value on the Canon. But make sure. I don't even. Do they still even make the T5? Tazzy, do you know? Because you probably would know better than I do. Is it T5i bundle $7.99 Amazon right now? Exactly. That's actually a really good price. But we have a supermarket. I've only seen T5. Okay. They may not do the daily value with the T5i. I think when my grandma saw it, when was it? It was like around Thanksgiving-ish. I recommend the T5i. That's what I use. Now, here's a little pro tip by knowing Alexis. That's what she shoots on also. So, when she's doing these photography things, that's going to be the camera that she's using. So, if you have... Yeah, actually, T5i is your 600D. Thank you for saying that. I always forget they're called different things. So, you know, if you guys do have camera questions, if you had a T5i, you should probably be able to answer it super quick. I am thinking about investing in the 60D or the 6D. My biggest thing, I have to have that flip screen. For any of you who want a DSLR for filming, get one that has the flip screen. I cannot... Pause. Let me go to my camera. Wait, what'd you say? And so much familiar with photography. Exactly. I don't consider myself like a photography idiot, but I love Miss Trenchcoat's photography. So if I could like learn her ways. T4i has a flip screen too. Okay, good to know. Let me go get my camera. Hold on. Oops. $60D has no flip screen. Yep. Or 60. So this is my T5i. Really? I didn't know that about the T4i. Okay, I missed what was said about the T4i. But definitely get the newer model if you're buying it. It makes more sense. Exactly. And I think they even have like a 6i now. T6i. So, just a thought. But, this is like the most important thing, in my opinion, about a camera. Because when you're filming, there's me. You want to be able to see yourself when you're filming. It is so hard to film a video. I want the Mark III. Oh, girl, me too. But I may have to start piecing out body parts in order to film that. So if any of you would like a kidney or an eye or something, let me know. If I could get the camera. Kidding. Cama uses a Rebel T3. Okay, I think, Tazzy, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know about, I guess it's going to become a camera scope now. Everyone's like, forget collabing, let's talk about cameras. You're right, I hate filming without a flip screen. Exactly, it's so hard. And, like, my Canon, the T5i autofocuses, where the T3i, and I don't know about the T4i, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it autofocuses. I think you have to focus it, right? But the video quality, when you're shooting on one of these, like, I'm trying to think who uses a T5i. Makeup by Ally uses a T5i. Miss Trenchcoat uses a T5i. Who else uses a T5i? Evelina Berry uses the Mark III. I think Casey Holmes uses, I want to say the 6D, but Oh, you're... Pause. Hey, sweetie. Brett, your timer's going off. Your timer's going off. He's making lasagna. But not for me. Because I'm not a... I got him, like, the meat lovers one. The 60D doesn't autofocus, and it makes me super sad. Girl, I have the T5i. Mine autofocuses. That's why I have to, like, if you notice my videos, I'm like, you know, here's this awesome washi tape. Focus, focus, focus. And then it focuses. And then I move my hand away. Is regular T5 just as good? Tassie, can you answer that? Because honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I know about, like, the T3i, the T4, and the T5i to a point. But I don't know much about... You know what? Let's do this. Let's go to Canon's website. How about that? Canon. Oop, I'm going to have to, like, move my camera because, like, I have it sitting against my laptop. So I'm just going to scoot you guys over here while I do this. Oops, I have to move this too. It's my messy bookcase. Meh. Canon. Unless Tassie can answer this beforehand. Look at the specs. Will help you out if you will know the numbers check. Okay, let's look at Canon's website real quick. If you guys want to. If you don't want to, we can go. I just figured this would be fun. The sensor is key, exactly. Hey, Tassie, while I'm looking at this, why don't you tell us all about cameras? Ah, there we go, cameras. Duh. This is fun. I'm glad you guys think this is fun because this is like the kind of stuff that I really love doing. Is like these type of things. Because I don't know everything about cameras. I know very little. Okay, EOS cameras. Let's look at them. Can't type fast enough. Well, you should start doing your scopes. Okay, so what were we talking about? We were talking about the... Oh, you know what, you guys? Okay, the T5 is still on their website. And then we were comparing it to the T5i. And let's compare it to the T6i. And let's see what the difference is. Children. Okay. Okay, so the T6i megapixels is a lot more. It's 24.2, where the T5i and the T5 are 18. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, use what you have. I wouldn't go out and buy a brand new camera to do the course unless you find out you really like. Okay, ISO range is incredibly better on the T6i. The ISO range is 100 to 12,080 expandable up to, okay, it's the T3i. Okay, so then what's the T5? I can't remember, Tassie. The ISO on the T5i is 100 to 6400, and the ISO on the T5 is 100 to 1280, or 12,800. Okay, shutter speed means less than you think. Yeah, lighting, according to Tassie, is the most important thing ever. I didn't mean to say that with such sarcasm. I really didn't. Like, legitimately, I totally agree with you. Okay, shutter speed are basically the same. Oh, they're basically the same on the T5 and the T5i. So what is... Okay, Tassie, look at this stuff for me, please, because your brain's probably a lot better than mine. What the heck's the difference between the T5i and the T5? I'm going to Skype you this link so you can just see it. And then... I'll be good on this scope, I promise. Sure you will. So then you can see what I'm looking at. So I just sent that to you, Tassie. Can you look at it real quick? No pressure. Do it. Ooh, I have an idea. Hold on. Yeah, if you don't mind. Well, can you just... They're only gonna see me, so you can be in your jammies. What's the difference between the T5 and the T5i? And Tazzie's looking too.
The ISO settings for one. This is the T. Which one's which?
Okay, the T5i is the middle one. The T5 is the... Wait, no, go back up. Okay, the T5 is the middle one. The T5i is the one on the left. And by left, I mean right. So the ISO is better on the T5i.
It has a major ISO setting.
Okay.
It's a huge difference.
Okay. Oh, I forget they can hear you.
That's okay.
Okay.
They can hear me. The ISO has a special custom function on the ISOs. That's one of them. That's the biggest difference. I probably stands for intelligent or something like that.
Okay. This is why I keep him around. He figures out all my stuff for me. What does that stand for?
Hold on, I don't know what you're talking about. The f-stop goes all the way down to 2.82.
F-stop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's much better than the 5.6.
You don't think it's so? Okay. So, I mean, what would you say would be the biggest... Like, if you were looking at all three of these cameras, which one would you pick?
It doesn't have autofocus during video.
Oh, the T5i doesn't have autofocus during video?
Well, actually, neither one of them do.
Mine does.
You have the regular T5, right?
No, I have the T5i.
Oh. I'm not sure what that means then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tazzy, what did you say the biggest difference was? Because I saw you post something and then I was talking.
I see it as the ISO and the stuff.
Okay.
It also has a different image processor.
%70 faster continuous shooting on the T5i too. The T5i also.
T5i is for better for still pictures.
So
and the focus.
You should buy me the T6i.
Buy me the T6i. I'm gonna get a good Nikon next.
Dig at my heart. Dig at my heart. Okay, so did you guys hear him? Because he was kind of going through the same thing I was. And he noticed actually differences that I didn't notice. So let me put you guys back up here because I have the iPhone 6 Plus and it weighs like 800 pounds. It's like holding a small iPad. So, Tazzy, if you were looking at a camera, he was perfect. Aww. Is bigger on the T5i. They like you, sweetie. They like you. They said thank you.
Tell him you're welcome.
He says you're welcome. You should... Okay, he's eating. He's going to turn into Grumpy Pants if I bug him anymore. But, so Tazzy, like if you're looking at the Canon cameras, and say your budget was between $600 to $900, because that's, you know, a good range, what would you pick when it comes to a camera? On the spot. I'm talking to Tazzy. Because you seem to know more about cameras than, honestly, what I do. I know, like, this is what I know. I know how to turn it on. I know how to make adjustments. And it's so pretty. And I know, honestly, lenses makes a huge difference too, you guys. With some of these bundles, the reason why I like some of these bundles is because you get different lenses. And while this Aussie price, the T5i comes in at $900, so I can't give a good judgment. Really? Looking at, well, because you have the 6D too, right? The one that doesn't have the flip screen. Maybe, Tazzy, you should do scope on cameras. $6.99 now, T5i. That's not a bad price. I love Tassie. That's actually not a bad price. $700 for the bundle. That's actually a really good price. But I need to check and make sure it has a flip screen. The T5i does have a flip screen. That one does. I know, because this is the one I have. But here's the thing. I shoot my videos on my kit lens, because the kit lens is not as bad as what everyone makes it out to be. And I know Alexis is going to talk about lenses too, so, and she knows, she has one that she shoots on that I want to say is 100 than we do. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it's because Canon is like a little sad that you guys eat kangaroos. I'm kidding. That's seriously like an inside joke with me and Tassie. But, if you guys have any more camera questions or anything that Tassie can answer. And then, you know what, maybe a really cool thing would, I think Alexis may end up doing this, but she really should do like a camera scope and talk about cameras, because she knows, it's like, I'm good with like shooting and stuff like that, but when it comes to like an ISO changes and aperture and stuff like that, like I get it, I understand, but it took me August, November, December, like 3 months. Do you have to use a separate mic on the T5i? You don't have to, but I honestly recommend it. I recommend it based on where you're filming, because this microphone on here does pick up sound pretty well for stock, but it picks up sound everywhere. So you're going to get echoes. You're going to get, like my dogs, when they walk on my wood floors, their nails click a little bit. It'll pick up on that. I've heard a really good thing about Rode mics. I mean, I've heard like really, really good things about it. I've heard good things about, actually, Tassie, we were talking about, what's the one that starts with the M? I don't have anything pulled up in front of me, so I cannot think of the name of it. Like, MV something? Dog walking on wet floors. Exactly. But the microphone does. But here's the thing, there's so many good microphones that are out there that I know, what do they call them? Like boom mics or something that you can put on the top of your diffusers. To diffuse some of the sound, work really well. T5i, honestly, you guys, if you look it up on YouTube, you're probably going to find a lot of tutorials and like what's in my camera bag type videos. Would you guys like to see a what's in my camera bag video on my channel? Because I do have a camera bag. This mic on Amazon is $220. Which one? The Rode? Mounted shotgun mic. And that's what I was thinking of. And that one, what type do you use, Tassie? I mean, obviously you won't be able to give, you know, Rode, yes. Well, there's some, though, that I don't think are, I want to say I use Rode. I want to say there was one on there that was like 80. I think. And it mounts to the top of your camera. Yeah, add-on stuff does get expensive really quick. But here's the thing with the T5i that I found. I'm only going to talk about T5i because that's all I know. Tassie, you chime in here because I know you have other cameras. I haven't had one issue or one complaint with my T5i. Nothing. I shoot basically on raw sound when I do like some of my videos. The video when I do my favorites will probably be raw sound, like literally from my camera. The thing that I seriously, guys, I have no complaints with this camera. I think that the photography is great on it. I think the video is great on it. I think that it's very easy to use. I do think it picks up sound well. I even think like they're really great videos on cheaper audio options for YouTube. Exactly, there are a lot of things you can do, and don't be. See, that's just there was one between like I thought it was like 70 to 80, but $49 is a really good deal. But I've heard really good things about Rode mics. So that may be something that, because your sound quality on a Blue Snowball, oh yeah, those are amazing. When it comes to doing voiceovers, exactly, you know what? This may be a really cool collab video down the road, Tassie, for me and you. Maybe talk about the equipment that we have. Oh, dude, Google Hangout. That's what we should do. We should do a Google Hangout about all this stuff. Would you guys like that? Get Tassie. You guys can actually see her. She'll stop being a mysterious She stopped being like a mysterious typer on all the scopes. I cannot wait to see her Skype messages right now that she's been giving. Why don't we do that? Why don't we all go have a very nice evening? And Tazzy and I will maybe plan a Google Hangout maybe sooner than later. And we can maybe do that. Would that be like okay, Tazzy? Let me know. Like the Aussie boogeyman. I've seen her on Skype, and she's a very beautiful girl. She's not a boogeyman, I promise. Okay, so let's do that. Why don't we do this? Why don't you guys send, because most of you have my email, or leave them on the Facebook group, your camera questions. And then I will get them to the camera genius herself. And, you know, maybe I could even get Alexis to do this too. Since it's... Let me talk to Alexis too. Let me see if there's something she'd want to do also. Maybe, one, to promote some of her September challenge. And two, to, she knows a lot about cameras too. And I could gather the questions and I could, like, kind of host it like I did the other one. Let me talk with her. So, Tazzy, I'll get back with you on that. But here's what I need you guys to do in the meantime. Email or put questions on the Facebook group, or you can send me a personal message on Facebook if you don't want to make them public. Your camera questions. Yes, I need to get with her because I need to get the link for the Empire Building group. So maybe you could actually email that to me. But I'll also email Alexis and be like, hey, do you not want me in your Empire Building group? I'll be good. I promise. Did you guys see her fall stickers? Did you see that with the Halloween ones? How cute are those? The one with the trench coat, that I want that to be my planner cover. So, oh, so cute, right? Okay, guys, like I said, first off, don't forget about the collab for the, because we really got sidetracked. I gave everybody a Mandyism on this one, but let's, don't forget about the collab, and I'll post that doc, and then email me, and could not focus on anything else. Yeah, you should have seen me when I actually seen them a couple, like yesterday. Yeah. She sent them to me because she was looking for just like advice on them, I guess, or like thoughts. And when I seen the Nerdy to the Bone, I was like, I want that as a planner card. So, but don't forget about those two things, and then email me your questions about cameras. And Tazzy and I, and maybe Alexis will all get together, and we'll do. You know, I may even ask Alexis if it's something she already has planned. Because I'm going to post a collab for August favorites on the Facebook group page. I will go through and post the directions again because we've been at like almost an hour on the Chicscope, so I don't want to have us here too long. But I may even ask Alexis if this was something she's planning to do, and then if she was, I'll just let you guys know, because she may have, I don't know. So I'll talk with her, and then I will let you guys know what we're going to do. But email me, go ahead and email me your camera questions, because even if Alexis was going to do this, I'll still give her the questions too. So email me them or put them on the Facebook group, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. What are we talking about tomorrow? I forgot already. I had it out so I could tell you guys. We are talking about... That was my duh moment for the day. I'm trying to look at my screen, and I, like... Video intros is what we're talking about tomorrow. Video intros. So again, make sure you guys email me your questions and sign up for the collab. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tazzy, you're such a good sport. Oh, it's gonna rain.